Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, question. Does anyone actually feel bad for Jason and Carly? Like, seriously, does anyone actually feel bad for Jason and Carly? You notice towards the end of the episode, Jason and Carly give that look towards each other. That sad look. And, Carly continues on partying. Jason walks out the door. And, well, I'm gonna be honest, I do not give a damn about either of their feelings. Because I felt like the whole thing was just messed up from the moment they decided to put feelings into their plan of being married. Those feelings that just came out of nowhere. And I'm gonna be honest, it kind of sucked because, as everyone knows, Jason's my guy, okay? And in my eyes, he can do, well, nearly no wrong. But I'm gonna be honest, seeing him walk out that house, I just couldn't help but be like, bro, you're one of my favorite characters. I don't give a damn about your feelings. This whole thing was wrong from the get-go. And now we're just going to continue moving on forward, just lying straight to his face. Yeah, Sonny was, explaining to Carly everything that happened. I mean, one of the jokes of the day is pretty much, what's going on with that shirt? Okay, we get it. Everyone doesn't like the shirt, and it's definitely not him. But it's quote-unquote Mike. After he explains everything that happened, and I'm not gonna lie, there were certain parts that, even as a Sonny fan, I couldn't help but just to get a little bit pissed off. I came back here for you, I felt like there was something wrong, and I couldn't feel like what it was, but I just kind of just went on throughout the day, and I got comfortable. It's like, no, bro. Okay, I get you want to sit there and sugarcoat it for Carly. And it was a nice little sweet moment, but I just couldn't help to sit there and think, hey, remember that? Remember all those other times when Sonny was all like, I don't really care about my past or anything like that. My family didn't really try hard enough to sit there and get me back. Remember that? Remember that little speech that you kept sitting there telling over and over again? They didn't really try hard enough to get you back. And now it's all about my family. I almost felt like Don Toretto from Fast and the Furious, but still, that's literally, I was just like, are you kidding me? You're just going to sit there and be like, oh, I came back for you, I stayed alive for you. Yeah, it might have started off that way, but the minute you got Nixon Falls and, it's all about being Mike and a simple life and all this other crap. So, to be honest, everything that came out of his mouth, I was like, after that, Dante comes over to question Jason, and, about the whole blowing up cars and everything like that. But before he really got into it, well, he saw Sonny. He said some nice, touching things to Sonny. Things that he felt like he should have said, a long time ago. So it was a nice moment. And then with that being said, one by one, Carly started texting everyone, Michael, Jocelyn, and Christina. Apparently Ava gave the bar to Christina to run. Okay. I do like the fact that Christina's back. Always like when she's back, as long as they give her something to do. It's great. Give her a great storyline, and we'll be happy. It's kind of odd giving a bar to her, and she looked like she's not even old enough to drink, but okay, whatever, fine. So she gives her the bar. They apparently somewhat made up, the whole Morgan thing or whatever. And, Ava talks about she's leaving town because of stalker. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so now that Ava left, what is Esme's plan now with Spencer? I mean, you won. You got her away from your dad. What's next? Anyway, everyone gets home to see Sonny. Christina was probably the most emotional one. Almost got me to that "This Is Us" moment. I was about to tear up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, everyone was happy to see Sunny, and then they toasted, and that was pretty much about it. Esmere comes in where she clearly was not invited. Of course, Cameron was like, I want to sit there and try to be nice and blah, 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 blah. So I didn't really sit there and say anything. And the minute that Esmere gets there, it's almost as though she is trying her hardest to make sure that everyone there feels as uncomfortable as possible. And she comes in with Jocelyn talking about, oh, your bodyguards and your stepdad and, your stepdad who's the enforcer. And I'm just sitting there thinking, sweetheart, if this was real life, somebody would have beat the bricks off of her. Like, dead ass serious, somebody would seriously beat the bricks off of her. Because she reminds me of one of those really arrogant people that just opens their mouths and just says things like they feel that they're entitled to get away with it without any consequences. But more or less, Jocelyn, well, she wasn't having it. Okay, she wasn't having it. She pretty much threatened her at that point. And I was for it. I was like, yeah, you know what, listen, if it was ever a time that I would be okay with her using her privilege, that would be the moment, right there. I mean, she practically was like, yo, listen, there's a lot of times when people bother me, and then next thing you know, oh, they're gone. They just disappear. Crazy. And, Cameron was like, hey, and everyone doesn't, disappear, like he was not there trying to calm down the situation. But again, Jocelyn was not having it. And, I don't know what her deal is with Jocelyn. I guess it's just the simple fact that Jocelyn stands up to her. And, how dare anyone stands up to that chick's name that I'm not going to bother to try to, struggle to pronounce. But, Jocelyn leaves. Cameron and, Spencer go, get some food and stuff like that. And once again, Esmere gets right up in Trina's face. And she just starts going off and blah, 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 blah. Just, her usual bitchy tone. And the thing is, when she left, Trina is not a moron. Okay? Trina is not an idiot. And in so many ways, this is why I always sit there and say, in a lot of ways, that Trina is somewhat of a better character than Jocelyn. But you kind of realize throughout their conversations that there's a good chance that she is a stalker. Well, she and Spencer are the stalkers. I found it really interesting, and I don't know if they fixed it today because I didn't look at it. But, if you go on a, display or whatever to, see the synopsis of the episodes, they've been off for a couple of days. Literally, they've been off. And I don't know if, certain episodes are supposed to come on at certain days and they didn't, but, it's just something that I noticed. Chase got a chance to clear the air with Michael and Willow once they walked in. You just like, yo, listen, I mean, things happen, and, it was kind of on me, and it was kind of on you, and, I wish you two the best, pretty much. We're not going to be friends, but, I have no, I don't know, just to say, I don't have, I guess he was basically, he doesn't have any animosity against them. They ain't cool, we won't be, friends, buddy, hanging out, but, I have no ill will towards them. Which, again, me and Brooklyn was like, yo, you are a better person than we are, because we wouldn't have nearly been as friendly. But I guess, Chase kind of looked at the whole situation and realized that in some ways, yeah, Michael and Willow, it was a crappy thing that they did to him. But, getting her to marry him on his deathbed, trying to rush these feelings after one date, I mean, he, in a lot of ways, he kind of deserves some of that hee-haw. So, he just kind of looked at it like that. And after that, he pretty much asked Brooklyn out. So I guess that's going to be a thing. Which, I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, let's be honest, everyone already kind of knew it was going to be a thing for quite a while. It's just now starting to be a thing. So, which makes sense. I mean, Brooklyn isn't really seeing anyone. I mean, the love triangle that they had, which was with Dustin, and, well, you know, Jason really felt like he was important, so, well, that ends that. Wasn't he was on One Life to Live, right? If anyone watched One Life to Live, Dustin was, at one point, on One Life to Live, right? I'm assuming he was. And last, I think, is Nina. Oh my goodness, this woman done effed up so much since she got to Nixon Falls, that now, well, the Tano's gone. Because, well, Nina decided to bring her problems to Nixon Falls, and, well, pretty much they don't have a Tano anymore. Hell, actually, to tell you the truth, Phil's life was in danger because of Nina. So, you know, she's apologetic and everything like that. She's all like, what could I do? And I'm like, you can buy a new bar. I mean, come on, you're rich. Why don't you just buy a new bar? Talk about what can I do? I don't know, my bar burnt down because, you know, you came here with your problems. Buy me a new bar. Just saying. But, you know, long story short, it's kind of funny. You know, Nina was like, you know, I'm not simply trying to make excuses, but, you know, I have, like, abandonment issues, and I'm like, alright, so let me get this straight. You just said, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm going to make one more. And, you know, again, long story short, Phyllis was just like, listen, you need to sit there and face your problems head on. Face your problems head on. So, when she said that, I was sitting there thinking, when should I actually buy my cake? I mean, when should I actually buy my cake? I mean, should I buy it soon? Should I wait? I mean, hell, I mean, if anything, I can always just buy another one. But let me know when would be the good time to actually get some cake. Because this needs to happen. And I feel like it will happen the minute that she goes back to Port Charles. I mean, hell, even Phyllis was like, you know, like, how do you think, you know, because she was all sorry for Mike and stuff. Kept calling him Mike. I'm like, really? But, you know, even Phil's like, how do you think his wife must feel? This woman is so damn delusional that when she got to Jax, you know, she pretty much told Jax, like, yo, listen, I got to face my problems head on. So she's going to go back to Port Charles, and the fun will begin. And I saw it in the previews. You know, her talking to Maxine. Well, I guess Dante didn't get a chance to question Jason about the whole, you know, bombing of the limos and stuff like that. I guess he'll get around to that. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's about it. Like always, I always feel like I'm missing something, but I feel like it was more condensed because there's a lot more scenes with Sonny and Carly, just kind of him explaining everything that happened, and, you know, why he had the strength and the will to come back, and, you know, this is coming from a person who loves Sonny, and when I heard him sit there trying to explain, I'm like, but then again, you know, hearing him explain everything, and Carly not saying a damn thing about, oh, by the way, just let you know, like, the feelings are real, and, oh, we're just gonna sit there and just bury that away again. I can't. I felt like I had a joke to say about Jason as far as burying his feelings towards Carly, but I can't remember what it is, so I'm just not gonna say it. With that being said, I think that's pretty much about it. If I missed anything, please write it down in the comment section below. And I think, again, well, not I think, but again, the question is, do you feel bad for Jason and Carly? Everyone knows what I think, but I always read the comment section, and I would definitely love to know what everyone else thinks. And with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Be safe. See you in the next video.